What is up, guys? Good morning. This video is something special. This video is all about should you travel to Vietnam, and it's going to be a little bit about our experience over the last week as we've been traveling here and our thoughts if you should come out to Vietnam and travel here yourself. The short answer is yes, this is a cool place to explore. But the long answer, well, let's talk about it. Let me explain some stuff about Vietnam and some things to consider before your trip here. But first, we gotta go get breakfast. We're staying at an awesome resort here in Hoi An. It's called the Sunrise Premium Resort. It's an all-inclusive. It's pretty amazing. It's a little bit away from all the action, but it's an awesome hotel. Huge breakfast every day. So we're gonna go enjoy that. You ready for breakfast?
But first, let me take a selfie.
What? Breakfast was delicious. I had some delicious pho. Pho is like one of the things you have to get when you're here in Vietnam, and that's one thing about this entire country. The food is incredible. Whether you're going to like the restaurants or you're just eating off the street, getting some delicious street foods, there's a lot of awesome food in this country. You can obviously get other things beyond the Vietnamese food, but highly suggest just eating Vietnamese while you're here. I've been doing it for the last 10 days, only eating Vietnamese food, and I'm definitely not getting sick of it at all. So that is a big reason why you should come here, is delicious Vietnamese food. It's super fresh. They use all the local herbs and all that good stuff. Rachel really likes the fresh food.
Yes.
Yes. We're gonna walk around the hotel. We're gonna get some awesome photos of her in this red dress. Big travel tip for those of you who are photographers: bring a dress wherever you go, even if you're hiking, because it makes the photos so much better when you have a color like red. It really pops when you're taking photos. All right, so food, photography, there's awesome places to take photos, there's delicious food here. But one of the things that you gotta keep in mind is that this place has been discovered. It's not like you're gonna go to these different hidden gems of Vietnam and get, a completely unique experience where it's just you in these environments. Say Halong Bay, Tam Coc, like these areas that you read about in blogs and that you read about on things like TripAdvisor. They look so serene, they look so amazing, but the reality is that they are discovered, so there's going to be a lot of other people doing the same thing that you're doing. And it's something just to keep in mind. Don't go in expecting that you're going to have this amazing experience where you're by yourself in Halong Bay. There's hundreds of boats out there in Halong Bay. And that's one of the things that we have noticed as we've been traveling through Vietnam, is that there's just a lot of tourists here. There's a lot of people. So when you go to all these different spots, you really have to keep that in mind. Just know when you go into it that it's probably going to be busy. And the spots that are kind of off the beaten path, the spots that are harder to get to, are the ones where you're going to be able to get an experience where it's not crowded with people. For example, climbing the steps in Tam Coc area, it's so hot and it's hard physically, so there's not as many people there, versus when you go to the rowboats in Tam Coc, it is just swarmed with people. Both are good experiences. I'm glad we did both of them, but it's just one of those things, if a tour bus can get there, it's going to be a lot of people. There's definitely places in this country that I'm sure have not been discovered yet, but they're not easily accessible. So you're going to have to rent a motorbike, you're going to have to go off the beaten path. If you're reading blogs, you got to look at the date, because there's been a huge boom within the last 3 years, especially in this area that we're at right now in Hoi An. And so 3 years ago, it was much quieter. You could go to the fishing village and it would just be a few people walking around. Now it's completely swarmed, it's completely changed. So wherever you're getting your information on where to go and what to see in this country, make sure you check the date. If it's a few years ago, expect there to be a difference and expect it to have a lot more people than now. If the blog is written like last week, then yeah, sure, that you could get a true understanding of what it's gonna be like, but keep that in mind. And also Instagram-wise, check this photo out. What I'm not showing you in this photo is the people to the right of where this photo was taken. We stepped away, we got this cool photo, but there is a ton of people just standing over there taking selfies and all that good stuff. This is especially in Hoi An, is the selfie capital. Time to take what?
A selfie.
It is getting really hot, so I think it's time to go in the pool. This is the adult pool here at the Sunset. There's another big pool up there where we were originally taking photos. Down here you got like the pool bar, you got access to the beach. It's beautiful, look at the ocean's right there. But before we jump in the pool, we're gonna go check out the gym. So get a little workout in, you can lay by the pool and enjoy some beverages. All right, so we just left the hotel, went to get another banh mi, delicious banh mi from a place in Hoi An. Cool spot to get delicious food. And that's one of the cool things about this resort is that you're close enough to Hoi An where you can go into town, go check things out. And the food is cheap. That's one thing about Vietnam is that it's very cheap. Your dollar goes a long way here in this country. So a banh mi is like $25,000 here, which is like less than $1. So it's pretty crazy how cheap things are in this country, and your money goes a long way. So you can travel, you can do a lot, you can stretch your trip and not have to worry about spending too much money. The resorts here aren't super expensive, the food is super cheap, and you get a lot for your dollar. So if we circle back to the beginning, should you go to Vietnam? Is it a place you should travel to? Definitely yes. It's cheap, people are friendly, it's safe here, it's beautiful, there's so much to see and do. The only downside would be that there has been a bigger tourism boom recently, and when you go to a lot of these spots, it's full of people. And in some of them, the culture's kind of disappearing, and it's just becoming a place for people to make money. And with that comes people trying to gouge money at you anywhere you go. But that's anywhere where people are traveling and there's tourism, you'll find that. So it's not something unique here, it's not something different, it's just something to watch out for. So if you're looking for a unique experience, get a motorbike, explore on your own. There's some really cool things you can do here in Vietnam. Alright guys, if you want to see more about Vietnam, I'll put links to all the vlogs from our trip so you can see more about specific areas, what we did, what we liked, what we didn't like, so that you can start planning your trip. Alright guys, that is it. We had an awesome time here in Vietnam, and we're so glad we chose to come out here and check out this country. It's definitely a place to put on your bucket list. Alright guys, I will see you on the next one.